Hey guys, it's Princess A here. I've got an Ian run for you today, but it is my Wendy variant. We're going to go ahead and run it on ice, not lava, and rock is still up. So we do have a harder time with getting any harmful effects to stick, but I'm going to show you that it is totally doable. The first thing that you're going to notice is that my Wendy actually goes first. I did go ahead and put some tier 9 speed pieces on her. She's still tier 8, but overall she does have those extra speed pieces. The reason I do this is for her first move, we want her to go ahead and get a shadow of Sally on the board right away. As soon as we can do that, the better. So she shadows Sally. And your next move is actually going to be to try to get Sally to land slow. I have never seen it happen, but it doesn't hurt to try. Where you're really going to get the slow is from Oogie Boogie's first special. And as you can see, he lands slow. So we're going to keep the run. We're going to keep moving. After that, Barley is going to go ahead and give magic over to Wendy so that she has the chance to clone as often as possible. For right now, though, she's just doing her basic, which also means that that shadow is going to assist her. You'll notice that the shadow goes ahead and just puts out 1 damage. That's what you want. We're going to do Ian's basic. Don't extend the harmful effects yet. You really want to wait to do that until fear is on the board. You're just doing his basic. And as you can see, Sally is just doing her basic for the rest of the run. Right here, we've got Oogie Boogie landing our fear and landing defense down. If he doesn't land that, you forfeit. Next, we've got Wendy. She can go ahead and clone the clone. Never clone the original Sally. You always want to get the shadow of the shadow because they put out less damage. Here's Ice's first turn, and he's going to go after Oogie Boogie because he's taunting, so he's taking all that damage for us. Barley's going to go ahead and do his basic. Don't be tempted to use the van. You don't need it. This is actually a really quick run. When it's run at normal speed, it's less than 4 minutes. You don't need the van. You're just doing the basic so that you call some other people to assist and get more of that continuous damage up on the board. Sally's going to do what she does. You can see the original Sally does put out more damage, which is why it's so important to get as many shadows on the board as possible. All right, so here's where Ian is going to go ahead and extend all of those harmful effects. So now you have fear extended, defense down extended, and that slow extended. Sally's going to get 3 turns to go ahead and do her basic. And remember, because fear is up on the board, each of her basics is actually landing twice. So those harmful effects, all of that continuous damage is just stacking and stacking and stacking. Oogie Boogie does not get to take a turn because he is locked up, but honestly, he's done his job. His only job was to land that fear and to land that slow. We're going to head back to Wendy. She's back to doing just her basic, which means that Shadow is also going to assist. So 1 and then 2, and then another Sally Shadow, 1 and then 2. Back to Barley. Remember, we're only doing the basics. And it's just going to get everyone to assist again. We're just stacking up all that damage so that when we finally pull the trigger, it's going to be an easy 2 million plus run. It's not difficult. As long as you get the setup perfect, you'll be good to go. And I don't even get the setup perfect here, and it still works great. We're still doing Sally's basic. And even though she's hitting for 1,600 original, Sally is hitting for that much, you're not anywhere close to empowered. All right, back to Ian. Don't be tempted to pull the trigger. There's going to be a specific point that you know it's time, and this is not it. Back to Sally's Shadow, and then back to Sally's Shadow, the other one, 1, and then 2. Wendy's going to go and do her basic and call to assist again. 1, and then 2. Oogie is still locked up, so he is going to skip his turn after these shadows go ahead and go, but you don't need him again. So we've got 2 more shadows, 1, then 2, and then the shadow's going to go before Ice takes his next turn. This is what's going to help you set up the trigger. So after Ice brings up the icicles and tries to hurt one more person, which we're fine because he evades, you're going to be ready to set up the trigger. You're going to give magic over to Ian, and what you're going to see is he gets that critical power up. Don't use it yet. It's there for 2 turns. What you're doing right now is extending all of that continuous damage. So use his first special to extend that. That gives you a 1-up on all the damage. You've got 3 more of those Sallys. They're going to get more continuous damage. 1, 2, another 1, 2, 1, and 2. They're just doing that 1 damage. There's almost literally nothing going on ice. And then 1, and then another 2 is going to come. With Wendy, you're going to finally use her last special. You're going to give that to Ian so you can get offense up on him. So now he's got that critical power up and he's got offense up. We're still stacking continuous damage as often as we can. We've got 6 hits coming because 3 turns in a row for Sally means that you have 6 hits. 1 and then 2. You get another go at it. 1 and 2. Barley is going to do his basic. It's going to call them to assist again, so you're going to get even a couple more. And now you're ready to pull that trigger, all right? You're going to see, it's hard to see, but the hit is 2.4 million. You easily hit in power, and this run when run at a normal speed is less than 4 minutes. At this point, any extra damage that you get is just gravy. It's extra. You don't need it. You kind of want everyone to die just so it's done. You don't want to waste more time than you need to. The biggest thing is if you don't get that critical power up, you are forfeiting. You may get a run that's 1.5 million, 1.7 million, but if you're looking for the 2 to 3 million range, you really need Ian to get that critical power up in order to get that hit. We're almost done with this run. He's going to kill the rest of the people, and then we're going to see our total damage is right at about 2.5 million right there. And then you're going to see that Ian himself did 2.4. Everyone else, it was nominal. You're barely putting anything up there because those shadows are just doing that 1 damage per. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help you out. And show me your own runs when you're ready. Thanks, guys. Bye.